Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'll be taking you through on how to clean up your data. There are several tools out there that you can use to clean up your data. However, in this tutorial, I'll be taking you through some basic Excel formulas and functions which you can use to clean up your dirty data. And several things to look out for in your data includes outliers, spelling errors, duplicate, extra spaces in between your text, and a lot of other issues. But for the purpose of this tutorial, the focus will be on how to identify duplicates in your data and also how to use filters in cleaning up your dirty data. We equally talk about spelling errors, how to identify and eliminate spelling errors using filter, and the use of proper upper and lower cases. Also, we'll be using trim as a function in correcting some text. The data for this tutorial is the global student migration and it is a CSV file. The first thing I will do on this data is to highlight the data, go to data, filter, then I will check for some obvious errors in the data. If you look at this particular column, we have a lot of spelling error and it only occur to Finland. To identify the rows with the problem, we need to unselect everything, then select the ones with problem. Clicking OK will take us directly to the ones with the problem. Manually, we can eliminate the wrong spellings. With this, we have been able to remove the wrong spellings from the data set. Then let's go to the next column. From the next column, there are no issues. Looking at column D, we only have one issue, which has to do with the way Cambridge was written. So, in order to identify which rows has this issue, I need to unselect everything, then click on Cambridge. Okay, this will bring me to those rows that has the issue. We have row 9, Cambridge, and there are a lot of other rows that has similar problem. And in order to solve this issue, I need to create a new column, then use proper function in Excel that's rightly corrected the data. In order to replicate this in the other data set, I need to drag this down to be sure that every other data that are in that similar categories are being corrected. So this is it. Everything is corrected now. Don't forget, this column E is a new column that was created. So I need to copy everything in this column E, then come to this same place, paste it as a value and not a formula. If I paste it as a formula, it will give me an error. Then I need to paste it as you can see, I am good to go. Next, assuming I want this write-up to be in lowercase, then I can decide to use a lower function in Excel, which is this. Drag it down to give me, dragging it down to give me my desired result. However, let's assume I want to change the value to capital letters. All I need to do is to type upper, indicate the cells that I want Excel to change to capital. Then it will automatically change the content to capital letters. However, I just brought this in to illustrate how to change your write-up to capital letters in Excel. Remember, we have been able to correct the errors in column B. We have equally been able to correct the errors in column C. We have equally been able to correct the errors in column D. Let's go to column E to see if there is any possible errors in column E. So, looking at this Moscow State University, you will realize that there is extra spaces in between tests. The spaces can be before, in between, or after. To eliminate this type of errors, you need the trim function in Excel. We are going to be using the trim function in Excel to eliminate this type of error. All I need to do is to create a new column. Then I can decide to name it university name corrected. Type in my formula, which is trim E2, then enter. If you look at it, it has been able to remove extra spaces in this data set. So let me drag this down so we can compare column by column. With this, we have been able to eliminate the extra spaces in the write-up. Thank you very much once again. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well by subscribing as I bring you more enlightening tutorials.